So let's pivot conferences here.
NFC, here we go. We're making good time. This is a good.
Are
And this is
yeah,
not
let's
the
bust
be all
through it,
end all.
man.
We're gonna keep this theme going throughout the season.
And the index only.
Yeah.
The index only becomes more complex. There becomes more facets. We're gonna do a lot more than just football. Like I really want to do a music one.
We don't want to say any numbers here. We had a large grant, in order to complete this project in the millions of dollars. Yeah. So
sure. The overhead, but the thing is we're alpha, so we don't care about the overhead costs.
No, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that can you really put a price on the ABI? I can't. So go ahead.
NFC East, Doug Peterson.
Hell yeah, man. I like Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
That Super Bowl when they beat New England was like the most well-coached game I've ever seen. It was so tight, dude. He fucking called like the sick ass wide receiver or the tight end reverse pass Philly special in the end zone because that's how you got to beat Belichick. Yeah. He's another fourth down guy. Fourth down, if it's fourth and less than 5, he's going for it. I like an ex-backup quarterback. He was Donovan McNabb's backup back in Philly in his playing days. Comes from the Andy Reid coaching tree. Comes from an alpha, and kind of looks like John Hamm, Don Draper, fucking Mad Men. So like that's cool.
Yeah.
And then not a whole lot to say about him. I think he's an alpha. The funniest thing is, dude, like everyone thinks that except for Eagles fans because Eagles fans are perennially unhappy.
Yeah, dude.
Because that's just when you're from Philly, you just you're not happy. So they're like Super Bowl 2 years ago, first one ever. I'm pissed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
So
it's the Bill Burr kind of phenomenon. It's the fucking
straight up. Yeah, straight up, exactly. Yeah. So let's move on.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, he's a new alpha to me. So what? And this pains me to say, but Aaron Rodgers is like a kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He, dude, Cal Bear, fucking California guy. You know what I mean? Like he had all the check marks. He was sick. He took over for Favre, who, you know what I'm saying? Like Favre was the alpha of alphas at quarterback. He took over. He won one. I mean, it was good. But, dude, first off, Aaron Rodgers, there's a video of, everything, anytime a quarterback of, a team would be out at, a basketball team's game, say, Aaron Rodgers would be at the Milwaukee Bucks game or, somebody else, they'd put up the screen, they'd put him on the Jumbotron, and the quarterback would have to chug the beer if they had one. So, fucking – all these quarterbacks are crushing it, dude. Mitch Trubisky, all these guys crushing it. Matt Stafford crushing it. Dude, Aaron Rodgers took 2 sips and did the like that.
Yeah.
And, dude, when you play in fucking Milwaukee, I'm sorry, pal.
Yeah.
When you play in Wisconsin and you can't chug a beer, dude, their fucking beta index crashed, I'm sure.
Just take one
that
for the
day.
team,
There was
there
was a new floor. There And dude, and he's going to be like, dude, it was an 8% IPA, which is again, that's just digging that's just giving him a shovel and letting him dig exactly. And honestly, Wisconsin ain't IPA territory, man. You got to drink a lager out there.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
So it's anywho, Mike McCarthy basically told him to fuck off. He was like, dude, this guy's a fucking child. I don't want to coach with them. And then Green Bay, could have hired a better coach, but they hired, a guy who's, the same age as Rodgers. And he's another guy that works adjacent to the mall. He's mall adjacent in this ABI thing. Matt LaFleur, we'll get to him in a little bit. But they hired him to, be his best friend, dude. So, again, I think you become an alpha when they replace you with a beta. It's just one of those things. It just moves you up a little bit. He's got to – now, he could definitely slide back down because he's in Dallas now.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy. And he's got to coach for Jerry Jones. And, you basically have to, beta cuck submit to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to let Jerry, smash, your, best-looking family member. You know what I mean? It's just, well, I guess if that's what the Cowboys want me to do. and so it's kind of like that. But I think McCarthy for telling Aaron Rodgers to fuck off. That was pretty cool. So
yeah.
All right, next one.
All right, we got Ron Rivera. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him. I loved him when he used to coach Cam. He took Carolina to the Super Bowl. I thought he was awesome. Went to Cal Berkeley, another just a school of champions in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he's ex-linebacker. Again, these boxes are checked, but I don't know, man. He did some dumb shit last year when he was Carolina's coach. They drafted a crazy ass athletic defensive end, Brian Burns out of Florida State, and they're you're not gonna see the field at all except for playing gunner on punt team. And it's fuck, dude. Shit like that is Yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, you haven't earned playing time, and they're starting like some fucking shitty, like below league average defensive end over you, and it's and that type of shit, man.
That's
that one,
fake.
and
That's
and
fake
dude,
alpha shit right there. You know, that's
Exactly. It's the pay your dues like bootstrap shit. And like that's and then it's like going like 4-12. You're like, well, my guys need to pay their dues. It's like, well, now you're fired. And he went to watch. He's going to watch.
You know, these are fucking pros.
I know,
it's
dude.
like
Exactly.
Yeah.
And really on the Pop Warner team, the guy who fucking like the coach who brings like who builds the new fucking snack shack for the team with his like general contractor business. That's the one whose son plays the most, anyways.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where he could definitely get right back up into the alpha thing. It's not a far drop. It's like the not sure, but like he's like gaining like 3% on bit 7, like where there's like another layer to it, but it could easily go down to like -25 in like a matter of seconds. So I think that's where he's at right now. He's coaching at Washington Redskins, which is like that's like where coaches go to die. So if he wins there, alpha, dude, fucking alpha. So
that's cemented. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Next one.
Oh, Joe Judge. Yeah.
Joe Judge. Yeah. Coaching in New York. So he's a Philly guy, and of course Philly guys, it's like vegans, right? Like how somebody's from Philly? Oh, just ask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that similar thing, like and
coaching in New York though. What the fuck? Yeah, that's. Yeah.
So again, like that's gonna be he's got to be an alpha, right? You're like, well, hold on, pal. You know what I mean? And he was an ex-special teams coach for Belichick. But like honestly, other than Brian Flores, the first guy we talked about, Belichick disciples suck. Like they were just sucking on the teat, man. Just sucking on the teat for years of Belichick, and like that's why Belichick has cutoffs, so it's easy access.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking. Yeah, this is another one. I usually do not sure on the first year head coaches, but like it's gonna be one of those ones where like I gotta watch a few of his press conferences this year because like New York sports reporters will be like, "Hey, why are you such a prick?" And he's like, "Hey, fuck off." You know what I mean? That's like how they do your press conferences in fucking in New York. So he could be an alpha, but teams always make the same mistake. They're like, "Oh, let's hire Belichick because Belichick might have sneezed on his sweatshirt one time, and there might be some fucking contagious Bill genes on there for our team." So
it's hero worship. Yeah, it's fucking
yeah, exactly, and that gets you in trouble. Go ahead, next one.
NFC North.